Hello Bookbellas and fellas, Kira here, and today I'm going to be discussing something I'm going to be doing starting January 1st. I'm going to be trying it out for 3 months and I'm going to see how it goes. So as you guys know, I usually buy a ton of books. I love buying books. I love how it makes me feel. I love it. I actually am very behind on a lot of the stuff that I really want to get to read. So I have decided that starting January 1st, and I'm going to be trying it out for about 3 months, I'm going to be going on a book buying ban. I'm going to be establishing some rules for myself. I think one of the biggest things for me is the fact that I browse a lot and then I end up finding good deals, which I'm not complaining about the good deals because, you save money that way for a book that you've already wanted in the first place. But because I browse so much, I also find more than I really think I wanted to begin with, because there's some stuff like that I just ended up unhauling recently, mainly because of the fact that it was kind of an impulse purchase. So I'm looking to make less impulse purchases and focus more on the books that I'm really wanting to read and buy and get to. So I have 3 primary rules that I am setting for myself on this, because I want to be able to regulate how many books I buy without having to completely restrict everything that I am purchasing. I know like they say book buying ban, not buying books period, but I think that I'm setting myself some ground rules, and not to mention the fact that these are my rules. So I think for the sake of being able to purchase the books that I really want, that I'm setting this up and tailoring it to how I feel my book buying ban should go. So the first rule that I have is pre-orders are okay as long as they are made before January 1st. I can't make a pre-order between the months of January 1st and then the end of March, mainly because I don't want to do, once again, impulse purchases for new releases that I see. So I went ahead and I've already gone through for the first 3 months and I've looked at my most anticipated reads, and I've already went through and pre-ordered the ones that I've really wanted, so that I don't go on Amazon and start to browse. They can just be kind of set up to be automatically shipped to my house. I figure this will cut down on me not only browsing on Amazon, but also my impulse purchases, because I know that because I ordered them several months ago and that I've had time to think about whether or not I really wanted them, that I am making purchases that I am really looking forward to. My next rule is if I read a book that is in a series, I am allowed to buy the next book in the series if I don't already own it. I feel like if I'm in the middle of a series and I'm really loving it and I don't have the next book, there's no sense in torturing myself waiting for my book buying ban to be over to go out and get the next book. I want to be able to continue on with the series, and there are times when, if the second book is out, that I want to be able to just really immerse myself, and I feel like if I read one book after another, I'm able to do that much better. And then the third and final rule is that for every 4 books I read, I am allowed a freebie. I saw Jesse the Reader do this for his channel, which I felt this was a really awesome way to do it, because it's you're lowering your ratio of how many books you read. So for every 4 books, you're allowed to buy 1. Now on his channel, he did for every 3 books, he is allowed to buy 1. So I felt like if I stepped it up just a little bit, because I've got a huge physical TBR, then I can still buy books, but it's going to motivate me also to read more books as well. I know when you say book buying ban, that you don't buy books period, but I don't really think that is constructive, because what happens is before you go on the book buying ban, you actually go through and you start buying a ton of books, because you're making up for the time that you're not going to be purchasing books period. And I don't really think that's very constructive. So I feel like if I do it this way, I'm not going to feel that certain rush to go out and buy the books before I go on my ban, which will totally defeat the purpose of the ban in the first place. And this will help to regulate the books that I am purchasing a lot better. Well guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you like this video, hit the little like, hit subscribe, and hit the little bell icon if you want to receive emails every time I post. And as always, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you again very soon.